Hello everyone. I wanted to talk today about some hidden gems in my Etsy shop. So they are items that sell pretty well, but I don't think people are really seeing the value of these kits. I'm going to first talk about 2 collage card kits. Then I'm going to talk about some ephemera. I watched a video from Lilac Pages. She's wonderful. Check her out. And she had all this vintage receipts and things, and I thought, I need those, but she goes and sources them from actual antique stores. These are available in the public domain, so I made them, and we're going to go through how to make one that looks just like this, so crumply and nice. Then we're going to talk about another card set that I have. These are just beautiful little, they're kind of big cards that are also on Etsy. But first, I'm going to talk about 2 sets of collage card kits. And you get 6 pages. There's 2 sets. Set 1, set 2. But you get all these cards, tags, and the elements to collage them. So let's see what I mean by that. All right, this is set 1. You will have a base layer, and then you'll have all the elements to collage, and then some of them include a little kind of placement option here. So this little area shows you how to place these images. If I can stay on my board, I am in frame, onto the card. So what does that mean? There's another one. There's another one. So this one didn't have enough room to put the example. So I have step 1, step 2, 3, 4, 5. By the time you finish set 1, you will be ready to graduate to set 2, which has 1 page that you don't even have to print this page if you want. I left it separate so you can just view it on your computer monitor while you're cutting out the pieces to make your tags. Look at that little girl, she's cute. All right. But you could always print this page, the collage suggestion page, and cut them out and have already ready-made tags. But let's get into one of the tags from set 1. This includes a suggestion graphic. Then it has all of the elements that we're going to use to make this tag. You've got your newspaper print, embroidery lessons, whoops, little garden gate, and a brooch. All right, so you would first, looks like the bottom layer is this newspaper. I hand tore this out so that it has a rough edge. And of course, Tim Holtz vintage photo. So that would go right there. Then the next piece of the collage would be your embroidery lessons graphic. So it would go like right there. Then you have your garden gate picture right there. Then you just glue your little 505 right there. They're flopping around on me. I don't want to glue all these just yet in case I have to redo my video. And then a little brooch there. So, like I said, you could cut this tag out, already made. You can back it with something. And let's try number 2. So this one, we have, let's see, the graphic elements. I gotta pull my, you would place your little book page piece here, and I have vintage photo on the edges, of course. So you place that right there, down low on the bottom. Then maybe put your little lady with the parasol right here. Then this little tab topper right here. Whoops, move her face down. That's awful cute. And then a Pullman Company passenger check where she maybe has been on a train. And then your little tab topper right there. The really neat thing about either of these sets is you can, once you get all your elements cut out and you're familiar with how they go, you can switch them around. Say you want this background with this, and maybe a garden gate picture here, and a little brooch, maybe your Pullman tag. You could even fold this in half and make it your tab topper. You see what I'm saying? Just play around. So you will have many elements, your 6 base layers for each kit. They're all different. Let's go into another one. Let's see. This one is one of the ones from kit 2 that has the 1-page collage selection. That's hard to say at 6 o'clock in the morning. So which one are we working on? We're working on the fuzzy-headed girl. So, like I said, these are just suggestions. Nope, not the fuzzy-headed girl. This is the cute little, what kind of curls are those called? Ringlet curls? So let's see. We want this umbrella, this parasol, to peek out. So we're going to put this, glue this down right here. Maybe right there. Then we have this piece. And again, I just hand tore it. It would go there. You could fold it over if you wanted. And you've got your sweet little girl here, covering that piece, and a 2-layer flower that you can, after you hand tear these, you can kind of crimp them up, crimp your little petals up like that. Glue those together, and then right there. And you got a cute little angel looking tab topper right there. If you have both kits, let's just say we're gonna dump that. You might want this little girl down here. Then maybe you want, let's see, this piece here. Maybe some color from kit 1. See what I'm saying? You can just, you'll have a ton of different tags. All right. Okay, so that's it for the collage tags. And the reason I developed this kit was I'm in a lot of Facebook groups, and collage tags are a big hit. And people were saying, you know, I just don't want to, I don't know where to start. What goes where? So this is kind of like my what goes where. So you have this one. And once you put these together, you will have no problem deciding what goes where, giving yourself a little confidence. Oh, look at these little kids. They're so cute. Little corrugated cardboard looking piece there. Of course, the butterfly specimen card. I love this one too. Chickens are big. Why do I keep getting stuck under there? Okay. Tried to use my mat as a guide of where I can film. So you have a gauge, some old wallpaper looking. This looks like it's from a catalog. You've got your little children out here working. Eggs 10 cents. So you put all those together. Let's see. And here's another one. Strawberries. So by the time you have cut out all of these elements, like I said, you will have a ton of different cards. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next thing I wanna show is, this is a different kit, and it's kind of a base card kit. So you would print these on cardstock, pretty little poems. You don't have to cover them up, but you could take a little piece from an old book. You can pick these up at the Dollar General. Tear out a page, collage it on there, or leave them as they are. There's another little piece of a poem. You don't have to layer everything. You can just let the words speak for themselves. So there's that one. Then I love these. I found these in the public domain, Library of Congress. Cleaned them up just a little bit. Left a few of the smudge marks. But you see, they're different colors, so they don't look like they're so cookie cutter. Is that the word? The little sweeper. Isn't that cute? And let's see this one. Whoops. Elise birthday gift. A woman of Bethlehem. Bessie and Jack, that little dog's trying to wake up the little girl. My kids had a dog when they were young, looked just like that, about that size, and that's what she would do. Her name was Lucy. These have kind of a vintagey green tint to them. Little girls looking at the crow. Little kids sitting there listening to grandma's stories. Boy, I wish I had paid attention to my grandma's stories when she was alive. A few more poems. And a couple of big cards. Now these are big. You could cut them down. You could fold them in half. You could make them as a flip out. I like to do that. Take this edge, leave your white space, make it as a flip out, where you flip it over, and then there's some pockets or something on the back. Here's another one. Okay, that is part of a 58-piece ephemera set. It also includes these old receipts. So this one I have done. It's double layer, so it was a flat piece like this. I folded it in half, crumpled it, glued it together, and we'll just make one real quick. Here's another one. And these you would print on just your regular copy paper. You don't want them too thick, and you want to be able to crumple them and ink them. And just a few little pieces. These can be collaged on there. Lots of just different little receipts. But let's take this one. And I will show you how I fixed it. So it'll have a fold line, and you can see where to fold it. And instead of cutting it right exactly on the line, and I would wait on this side too. Let's cut this. Give it a generous edge there. All right. So now we're gonna fold it on our fold line, where did it go? There it is. And you can see an edge. I pieced these together in Photoshop. So kind of get it. Postal telegram. So after you have it folded, now I'm going to cut. I wouldn't use a paper trimmer. I have, and it just looks a little too clean of an edge. Does that make sense? So now I'm gonna just kind of cut around. I mean, you got to think, you want this to be something that someone has collected from years ago. Does it say what year? 1941, New York. It's a telegram. So kind of give it a little bit of a rough edge there. Okay, so now I have it cut. Make sure you don't see any white spaces. We can trim that off later. Now, I'm going to crumple it up. Just crumple it up. This is my Tim Holtz. I used it to do the edges of the collage tag, so there's not very much, it's not heavy with ink, not very much ink. So I'm just gonna kind of, on these wrinkles here, just gonna kind of, this is probably loud. Just kind of do it. And we can do that some more. So now we're gonna smooth it out. Now we're going to glue it together. This is my glue book. I get one of these catalogs a week, so I'm constantly stocked. All right. And I'm going to use my Oohoo stick and glue it together. See, I didn't have to print on the other side, which, like I said, I'm in a lot of Facebook groups, and people don't like to have to flip stuff over in their printer and print on the back. It's confusing sometimes. And if you have just printed something, I will tell you this, and you don't let that ink cure, I'm not talking dry, but cure for a few minutes, the heat from the printer will pull that ink back up, and it'll get on your rollers, and your rollers will throw it around in your printer. I'm talking it's microscopic, but over time it will wear down your printer. I have had 4 printers in 4 years. Okay, so this is sort of why we wanted a little bit of an edge. This is from the Dollar Tree, so $1.25. It's a whiteboard eraser, I guess. But since my hands don't grip very well, it's easier for me to use this than it is for me to use this. Now, this I can do, and it's necessary sometimes, but if I have a lot of these to do, this is my go-to tool. I don't have to compress my hands so much. All right. So we're smoothing that out, and you can see where the rumpled edges. And we can do it a little bit more, like it's been stuck in someone's trunk in their attic. All right, before I ink the edges, let's trim all this extra off. Normally, I would let it kind of dry so I don't get my scissors all gunked up. I call these hidden gems. I mean, they sell very well on the Etsy shop, but then I'm still seeing people in Facebook groups, oh, where can I find vintage look ephemera? Well, you can on my Etsy shop, TheDoddGroup. Now, why is it called TheDoddGroup? Well, married a man named Dodd, so my last name is Dodd, and he has all these other different businesses, and I thought, well, we'll just lump them all together in the TheDoddGroup. A lot of people have really pretty shop names, but look for the little stylish man logo. Okay, so now I'm going to edge these. Oh, that's okay. See, after you hold this all day, ugh. And you get the idea. So on this one, I did the same process. I even spritzed it with a little water to loosen those paper fibers up. And that just, I think it just looks like it's from 1941. And when it dries, crumple it up some more just to loosen up that glue that's in there. If you use art glitter glue, you're not going to see the streaking of the glue. But if you used Fabri-Tac or Eileen's, possibly, I haven't done it, but I have done it on paper in the past, and you may end up seeing streaks of glue, which does not look good. Okay, so there's that. We've done that. What else have I got? Is that it? Yeah, that's it. The 58 elements, let's see, there are also in there, they're not all receipts. So you get some cards, you get, let me pull up. Where are you? Okay. You get receipts, you get the cards that I showed you with the children and people. You get these. You also get, if I could find them, some black and white flower cards. So these are also included in the Vintage Ephemera 58 printable pieces for junk journal, scrapbook projects on Etsy. And you could color these with colored pencil, leave them as they are. When I cut them out, I like to leave a border here. We can fold it and make a flip out, and then have something else back here. So look at this. I think this is a beautiful magnolia. Oh, who doesn't love magnolia? And it has the common name, not, I don't think the scientific name. That looks pretty scientific. I am not sure what that is. But what I did was I Googled it. I had one here that I thought that I had colored it. Googled it. You can see in Google Images what the actual colors are supposed to be. Because some of these flowers, yeah, that is a scientific name, are unknown to me. But they're really, really cool. And this is, so you get 58 pieces of ephemera. I forget how many cards, but you could see the cards for days. Yeah, I don't even know what that is, but they're beautiful. Colored pencils. Alcohol markers, if you had a really tiny tip, but they're different sizes. That would make a good flip up. Just whenever you're cutting things out, imagine in your mind, okay, should I leave an extra border for a flip up in a journal instead of a fabric flip? That would make a really good flip for a journal page. Doesn't have to be fabric. And you could have, before you cut it up, decided on printing something on the back or something. So you get the idea. That would fold up. But I just love these little tiny flowers. That says iris. I recognize that. And then it has another word. I don't know what it is. But I just thought they were lovely. Oh, here's another iris. So you get the idea. Oh, that's pretty. Another magnolia. So this is, there's two different species, I guess, of magnolias. We have magnolia trees around here, and they're just beautiful. Okay, so I wanted to add this little bit since I found them. Oh, you won't want for any cards. And like I said, they're different shapes, different sizes, so they'll fit anywhere. You have narrow ones, wider ones, like this would fit down in a pocket easy. This is a wider one. You can stack 2 or 3 of them, put them in a pocket. There you go. All right. But this will get you going on some ephemera. So take a look at that. And it's, like I said, it's on sale for the next 40 hours. Cut these out, wrinkle them up, ink them. And it's a good way to start your vintage look ephemera collection. Thanks so much for watching. Go to TheDoddGroup on Etsy. Go to, I have Instagram, Facebook, all that. I put a lot of freebies up on my Facebook group. I'm trying to grow that. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.